Hi, welcome to another edition of Bloomfield Township Today. I'm your host, Payne, Township Supervisor. Our topic today is the PGA Championship, which will be coming to Oakland Hills this August 4th through the 10th. The township is really looking forward to having another major golf event hosted by Oakland Hills. We think it'll bring a lot of attention and focus to the township, and we're really excited about the opportunity to participate in this event. So before we get started and I introduce my guest, take a look at this short clip.
Please welcome from Windermere, Florida, Tiger Woods. I'm gonna get it.
BJ Singh is the champion. Birdie far and far in the playoff to win it. That is what love is all about.
Oh my goodness. It's a great one. And Mickelson's a foot away from the title. Phil's fanatics rejoice.
What is the essence of a major championship? It's history, tradition. It's a true test of golf in an unmatched setting. But most of all, major championship golf is the very best, playing the game at its highest level on the world's greatest golf courses. From Hagen to Jones, from Hogan to Palmer, from Player to Nicklaus, from Woods to Mickelson. The greatest golfers in the game have always understood that their place in history is determined by one thing: the major championships they have won. In 2008, the PGA Championship comes back to the South Course at historic Oakland Hills. Founded in 1916, the same year as the PGA, Oakland Hills was designed by legendary architect Donald Ross. Ross once said, "The Lord intended Oakland Hills to be a golf course." In the 1950s, Robert Trent Jones was commissioned to modernize the South Course so that it could continue to host major championships. In August of 2006, his son, Reese Jones, will update the South Course prior to the 2008 PGA Championship, maintaining the course's reputation as one of the world's greatest major championship venues. Walter Hagen, winner of 11 major championships, was the club's first head professional. The clubhouse opened in 1921, and this classic has seen every great champion that the game has ever known walk through its hallowed halls. In all, the South Course has hosted 13 major championships, including 6 U.S. Opens. The PGA Championship in 1972, won by Gary Player, and the 1979 PGA, won by David Graham. Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Ben Hogan, Steve Jones, and Gene Littler are also major champions at Oakland Hills.
That Oakland Hills is a very tough golf course. Very, very tough.
And now, one of the greatest pressure cookers in all of sport has arrived at Oakland Hills.
In 2004, Oakland Hills was the site of the Ryder Cup, the most passionate and exciting event in all of golf. When the season's final major, the PGA Championship, comes to a truly unique place like Oakland Hills, it is, simply put, a magical event. In August of 2008, make sure you're involved, because the eyes of the golfing world will focus on this community. The PGA Championship will be the last time a major championship will be played in this region for several years to come. There is no event more intense, more thrilling, more exciting than the PGA Championship.
Welcome back. As you can see, it's going to be a great event. Should be a lot of excitement for Bloomfield Township and the whole southeastern Michigan area. My guests today are two that I had on before with the Ryder Cup. First is Deputy Chief Geof Gaudard from our police department. Welcome, Geof.
Morning, Dave.
And we also have Patti McCullough, who's a director of our building and planning department. Welcome, Patti.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. For our viewers' sake, we've been working on this tournament for a long time, similar to what we did on the Ryder Cup. A lot of advanced planning and coordination has gone on between the township, Oakland Hills, and the PGA, and you folks have been right in the middle of it, so we're looking forward to the opportunity to basically kind of discuss it so our residents have a better understanding of what's going to happen this year. Geof, you're in charge of, obviously, your department is in charge of all security, and I know you've been working really hard on the event, similar to the Ryder Cup. Why don't you explain for our viewers which roads will be closed, because that's a question that we get quite often.
Okay, the roads will be closed each day from approximately 6 a.m. till the end of the event each day, and until the majority of spectators leave, and that will be roughly around 8 p.m. The roads that are closed to non-event traffic will be a portion of Maple Road from just east of Telegraph near the Comerica Bank to Lasser Road. Also, a portion of Gilbert Lake Road will be closed from Hills Drive south to Maple Road.
So that's basically the same as occurred during the Ryder Cup.
That's correct.
Okay. And with those road closures, I know Maple will be no access, but Gilbert Lake, there will be limited access for residents?
That's correct, yes.
And they'll have passes and things of that nature?
Yes, each resident will receive 9 neighborhood access permits in which to gain access for their friends and family to gain access into their homes each day.
Yeah. I think one of the things that we need to emphasize this time also that came up after the Ryder Cup is the businesses in the area were affected during the Ryder Cup, and particularly we're speaking about the businesses at Maple and Lasher, and also at Telegraph and Maple. A lot of them, I think last time your department did such a great job with traffic control that there was an expectation that you wouldn't be able to get even near the place, when reality was it really wasn't that bad in terms of traffic, since most of the spectators were bussed in. So the township, this year we had a special meeting with business members at Oakland Hills, and we talked about some of their problems, and we're going to try to help them out this year. But I think for this program, what we'd really like to do is plug the fact that these businesses are open. They depend on, you know, their normal clients and people that shop at these particular centers and that. So we'd really like to encourage township residents to continue to use the businesses, and you know, with the busing of the people in, we don't really expect that there'll be huge traffic issues in those areas. So.
You're correct. Back in '04, it's possible that we did put out too much word ahead of time, but what we did found is that both in the road closures and in Telegraph and Lasser leading up to the road closures, is that we were not as congested as anticipated. So again, we're going to do a better job this time in putting the signage out and putting the word out that those businesses in those areas will remain open and accessible. Yeah,
and the ones that were most affected were also the ones on Maple Road. It'd be east of Telegraph, between
Yes.
Telegraph Road and where you actually close the road off, which is up near Comerica, or that little bypass. So there's a carpet store in there, there's a veterinary, there's a car dealership and things of that nature. So those will remain open to business, even though there's a barricade out at
Yep.
Telegraph. So we wanted to make sure we got that plug in for those businesses this year. Geof, we have this kind of map that's been prepared similar to what we did in the Ryder Cup, and you have